In this video, I'm going to show you how to pipe a two-tone rose like this one here, which is made all from buttercream to get the nice effect with the two different colours. You need to make sure you've flat iced a cupcake beforehand to start with, which I'll show you in another video, just so you have those nice little edges around the side, which are nice and clean and filled in your cupcake case. I'm going to work in pink and white today, and I've coloured up some pink buttercream here in this bowl, and you don't need very much pink. I've used the Wilton Rose colour here because it's a lovely vibrant pink to work with, and to colour it you just add a little bit on the end of your cocktail stick and mix it in before you stir it round. With your buttercream you then need to take a piping bag, and in the end of the piping bag I've got a Wilton 2D nozzle, and that's the nozzle you must have for making little roses. Roll your piping bag down. And the way I do this is to scrunch it all up with my thumbs at the bottom, so my thumbs are just on the inside. Scrunch it all up so that you can hold the bottom of your nozzle there and just push down your piping bag a little bit. The important thing to remember is not to scrape it all the way down your arm like that, because it will be really hard to bring it all the way back up. So just have a little bit there at the bottom, turned over. Then take your buttercream, your pink, and just put a blob of buttercream in the middle of the bag before you lift up the sides, and then shake the bag down. So you shake the pink buttercream all the way down to the bottom of the bag, and as it comes down it will fill into the nozzle. Once you've done that, just use your fingers, there's a seam along the side of the bag, just use your fingers to scrape the extra buttercream down the sides, and it will coat the sides of the bag as it does. And then you're going to give 2 twists on the top of your bag, and when you're piping always have your fingers there to squeeze, and use your thumb to hold away the top of the bag so it doesn't get in the way. And you're going to empty this bag out, so I'm just going to squeeze everything back into the bowl, bar a tiny bit of residue which will be left on the inside of the bag. And the more residue you leave, the longer the two-tone piping will last, but obviously you don't want so much that it doesn't work. So just squeeze out most of it, and if you have a look here, you can see I've got just a thin amount left on the insides of the bag, so it's quite flat, just a small amount coating. You then open that bag up again, and this is where it gets really messy. So open it up, and that will show you how much buttercream is left. And you can see there's a little bit left there. There will be more left in the nozzle, but just a little bit left in the middle. And then take your white buttercream, and you're going to put another blob into the middle. So one nice big blob like that into the middle, and then shake it down as before. And it's important you shake this down. If you scrape it down the bag, you can knock off some of the colour. So shake it down as much as you can. Keep an eye for air bubbles, so just keep shaking to push it down like that before you then scrape down with your fingers. And the first thing you need to do, once you've given it a quick twist on the top, is just make sure you empty out any pink inside the nozzle. So use your pink bowl and just scraping on the side, just empty it out until you can see that there's the little white bit that comes out through the middle, just there, like that. Once you've got to that stage, you can start piping. So you take your cake, make sure that the top of your bag is twisted tightly and you've got those fingers there ready to pipe. What you need to avoid doing is having a big funnel at the top which you grip with one hand and then holding your piping bag with the other hand, because you can't see what you're doing and your cake tends to wobble because one hand pushes against the other. So just pipe with one hand, slide that hand down, use those fingers, and use your other hand to hold your cake to stop you grabbing the piping bag. You start piping in the middle, and we're going to pipe in the middle, keeping that bag completely upright, so completely vertical. Hold your cake there, start in the middle, and you're going to go round from one circle in the middle and then round to the outside, round the side like that. And once you get to the end, stop piping and press down and up. And that's how you make a two-tone rose. You can then take a little flower to cover up the break at the end. So just take a little flower, place it in the break. You don't want to cover up too much of the middle because you've got your nice swirl in the middle. And that's how you make a two-tone rose cake.